Guys, so I got asked the other day by a YouTube user what I do to hook the Unitrack up to DCC. I understand that's kind of basic, but at the same time, if you've never dealt with the Unitrack, it can be kind of confusing on how you're supposed to connect that little plug right there to your DCC system. First off, what I do, take the plug, take a pair of scissors, cut it off. You don't need it. Same thing with the switches. Take that off, cut it as far as close to the clip as I can, cut it off. You don't need it. The next part is I have to. The next part is threading the wires through the layout. I have not drilled the holes yet for the layout, so this is how I determine where I need to put my holes. I take a pin and I find, like on switches, there'll be like a little groove. Just kind of go up the groove and find the center point. This one is connected into. This one is connected using the track joiners. They replace these clips right here with feeder wires. It's just easier than having to solder them on, and I like easy wiring because I'm not a big fan of wiring. So same way, you just find a point in the center of your track, be it far enough away. Okay, next part. I always have my track set up already. Well, I've had it set up so I can run trains, but I found that with Unitrack, it is easier to have your track plan set up how you want it and where you want it when you're doing the feeder wires. I've not glued this down yet. Good reason, because attaching feeder wires is not fun when the track's glued down. But anyway, I'll disconnect the track and get it. And pull out the pieces that'll be my problems. Okay. Take the drill. Neighbors below me love me because it's like 11 o'clock at night or something like that. Maybe even later than that. I don't know. Anyway, take that. Find your other one. Other spot, do the same thing. Okay. So now that's done. Next, I take a vacuum, dry clean up as I go because it's annoying having to deal with this stuff. On the vacuum. Now, next part. Take and connect your track back together. Okay, track's back connected together. Next, you're going to take the wires, find the hole, thread it through. I just kind of like to pull out from below. Let's see. Next one, do the same thing. Next one, grab it. Do the same thing. There you guys have it. Perfectly, well, not perfectly installed, but installed wires threaded through. And let's go underneath the layout to show you what I do there. Now that we're up underneath the layout, you can see the wires are hanging here. I will eventually power up my switches, but until then, I've been just wrapping them up. Because until I get switches and the switch controls and the panel made, they're just in the way. So I like to put them up. Zip tie. Alright. As you can see, this one here is dangling. Just thread it through the other side, because it's going to go through that way anyway. Alright, so time to clean it up. So yeah, let's fast forward this. Okay, so let's start getting all. Let's start doing some layout wiring. Yeah. I don't know if you can see this or not, but let's see right there. There's a 5 and a 3. I label all my power spots, and they correspond with this right here. Each spot has a number that lines up with its slot. So that way, if something should ever happen up top, like a short or something, then I can find it easier. And believe me, it's saved me a few times already. So yeah. Also, I have a power strip under here, which leads the bus wires, which is I think 16. No, it's 21 gauge, 24 gauge. I don't know. It's not big gauge wire. I will replace this one with a white one eventually. Oh no, I'll replace these with blue and white ones eventually, just to keep it consistent. But for now, that's all I had. So, but anyway, connects here. It's kind of dark up there. It connects there, runs through some holes, and connects to that. So anyway, let's continue hooking up some wire, and let's get this done. Anyway, take your wire, pull it apart a little, pop it in to your gauge. Cool. Strip it. And this is connection number 1, or spot number 1. But once I get it stripped, I just fold mine over and twist. That way it gives me a little bit thicker of a wire to work with. Alright, let's connect it. Now we're going to find the connection that lines up with our spot, and it's on the top here, spot number 1. I think it's number 1. And this is why it's great to have your stuff labeled, so when you pull the wire you can see it move where it's going. I gotta figure out a way to clean this up too. This is a bit ridiculous right here. Okay, anyway, find your spots like here. This is spot number 1. So these will go together. And this spot here. I was unscrew it just enough to get where I can put a spot up under it. Ooh. And that's in. Alright, let's grab the other wire. It's really hot up under here too. That's another part about this layout. It's really hot. Of course, it could be my room too. I don't know. And it's in. Awesome. Okay, one down, and like 5 more. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more to go. Okay, yeah. We'll be back when it's done. What's up, guys? So I finished wiring the layout, and after looking at it further, there was something bothering me about the wiring. It was just too confusing to read and label. I mean, even though I had the points where it come through the layout labeled, the wires just dangling got confusing. So I added tags to every single wire all the way through. So I'm super organized on that. I've been under a lot of layouts, well, a few, that the wiring has just been crazy, and when they have a short, they can't figure out what it's from. So I don't want that problem. So yeah, tags. But anyway, the layout is wired. You can now see how it looks wired underneath it. I hope that answers some questions and helps maybe you with DCC. With Unitrack anyway. Basically all you have to do is hook wires up to every single section of track, because Unitrack has that switch that if the switch turns the way you're not wanting to go, it'll cut power to track. But I hope that answers some of your guys' questions about Unitrack and DCC. Every piece of track, or every section of track that comes off a switch, has to have a feeder on it in order to keep power on it. And all you need is 2 sets of feeder wires running, 2 bus wires running to a power strip, or running the length of your layout, and the wire connected to each bus or power strip as I have it. And that's pretty simple. Let's watch a train run. But wiring's done, track work's done. All I have to do is glue the track down. And hopefully this weekend I'll have the backdrop going, and then we'll start some scenery, which is my favorite part of building trains. I like scenery. So yeah, let's watch the train run, and then have a good night, guys. The completed yard side. So have a great day, guys, and we will see you on the next update.